In the college application process, we have a college counselor that has been guiding us through this process. Summer is not just, okay, summer. Yeah.
You just touched on something that I think is very important about mentorship. Somebody had the belief that you could do it before perhaps you had the self-belief that you should even entertain that as an option.
Get ready for the next iteration of you on your path to becoming wealthy. On this show, you'll get the insider's view on wealth creation, the class none of us got taught in school, with my co-host, daughter, and beginning investor, Sophia Bosch. And now, let's get started.
Welcome to the Becoming Wealthy podcast. I'm your host, and I'm here with my co-host,
Michelle Bosch.
And today we are talking a little bit about mentorship.
Yes. I'm excited, Sophia, because you have had a little bit of experience in this area, especially lately. As you're gearing up right now, you're in junior year
To start applying to college and stuff.
So tell us a little bit about what your experience has been. How did you find this mentor, and what have they been helpful for right now?
Okay, so in the college application process, we have a college counselor that has been guiding us through this process.
Mm-hmm.
I'm very, very grateful. We haven't even started really the applications process, but so far everything that she's been having me do has been very helpful. Okay. Into, for example, applying for summer programs.
Okay.
And her input on that, but also I understand, I see where it's going, I see the preparation, I understand what she's asking of me, and I can tell the level of excellence that
you're having to stretch to, basically. Now let's back up. So the college application process itself hasn't really started per se, as in like you haven't started answering the questions that the applications of the different universities, want you to answer. So what have you been working on?
So first, I've been working on like some sort of resume or some sort of document that has all my extracurricular activities with how much time I've spent, a little description of them, just so they could get a sense of who I am, what do I do in my free time, because all of that
and what
matters.
do you care and what do you care about, right?
And what I truly care about, what do I want and feel the need to dedicate my time to. And yes, we had extracurriculars. Well, I had extracurriculars. We all didn't know how exactly to put them together into a compelling story or narrative about me.
Are the top 5 things that they thought would really make a difference in telling a compelling story during your college?
So we had a little bit of an idea, but some of them we weren't sure. So with us, the reason why we have a college counselor to help us is because obviously Mama and Papa, like you guys are we're international students. So all you really had to do was apply. You only applied to one school, maybe two.
Yeah, and we had to basically just prove our proficiency of the English language and that we could afford to come to the U.S.
Okay.
So that we could get a student visa.
Exactly. So that's really the only qualifications. Nowadays, sure, that might be similar, but schools are demanding a lot more. And yes, we had extracurriculars. Well, I had extracurriculars. We all didn't know how exactly to put them together into a compelling story or narrative about me.
Another thing that I noticed is that they were really helpful in helping us identify which of those to continue to pursue and continue expanding our your work in. So I like that. That was definitely solid guidance there. And that was all based on, the major that you're looking to pursue in college, which was
business or finance.
So what about as far as curriculum in school, which classes to take senior year, or which classes to take even junior year, or which AP tests to prepare for? What have they helped you with?
So specifically, because I want to go into business, finance, econ, something in that realm, marketing, who knows? The business schools look for a lot of maths in your courses, high school courses. And if you decide to go to a school where an AP class potentially, like, you can transfer the credits, then they recommend you take the AP.
So your school doesn't offer AP classes?
It doesn't. But my calculus teacher right now, thank God, teaches at an AP level. He teaches us the AP because math is math. So it's like, but certain history classes don't teach at the AP level. Yeah. It's more geared towards either what the teacher is more into, or what the students, it might be student guided a little bit into the interests of
so what APs did they end up guiding you towards?
The APs that they guided me towards was AP calculus, AB, the first calculus, and then the second one, or the second and third, are micro and macroeconomics. Okay. So makes sense if business schools want to see math and econ, that goes together.
Now, when are those exams coming up, and how's that preparation coming along?
So those exams are in May.
Okay.
I am almost done learning the curriculum for econ, both econs.
Okay.
Even though I took one semester micro and one semester macro, my teacher did actually do a very good job.
Okay.
Teaching me everything that I need, most things that I need to know.
Dollars are going towards something good.
Except for like certain like calculations, but they're not hard calculations. But it's more of a theory class, less than a calculation.
And what are some of the concepts that you're learning there?
So right now I'm on, for the micro, I'm like comparative advantage, absolute advantage, in like productions in different countries. And then on the macro side, it's more of fiscal policy and monetary policy. Government.
Yeah. So tariffs would fall under which one? Because that's what's going on in the world right now. Everyone's crazy over
tariffs. Is a type of tax that you put on the good being imported or export. So that would technically be under fiscal.
Yeah. And so
fiscal is government spending or taxes. Monetary is like interest rate.
Yeah, sorry, I'm going on a tangent.
Yeah,
only because of what's happening in the world right now. But great. Okay, so then that's what you have been doing on the AP side.
Yeah,
and then she's been helpful in helping you also. What about planning for the courses to take senior year?
Okay, yeah. So that's also a thing we need to talk about. She's been helping me with my English selection because I need to take, technically I could graduate already, except for I need to take one more year of English.
Okay.
But I have all my credits. Okay. So other than my English class, I could be done.
Okay.
But my English class, figuring out which one's the best in terms of what will challenge you, like your writing styles, your reading, your analysis of certain things. Also, even though senior year might not look important, colleges still want to see that you're pushing yourself, doing the extra effort. So even though you think you might be done and it's just junior, sophomore, and maybe freshman that counts. Senior year, they do look at your course selection.
So what are going to be your 4 core or 5 core?
5 core. She recommended me taking a more rigorous schedule. So, at my school, like the max classes you can take are 6, maybe 7, maybe. But my core classes would be French
English?
4.
Okay, French 4. So a fourth
English.
year of a language.
Yeah, fourth year of the language, English. I'm taking the second calculus class.
So fourth year of math.
Which is, yeah. And then
a fourth year of science.
Which I'm debating between Chem 2 or Physics 2.
Okay.
And then
history, probably.
History is not required.
Okay. What are you taking now?
As my 5th core class, I want to take honor statistics.
Okay.
Yeah. And then for my 6th class, for fall semester, I really want to take international relations.
Okay.
As like a history course.
And why are you interested in that?
Well, one, love the teacher.
Okay.
Teacher,
oh, wow.
I love him so much. He's made me love history.
Okay, so in an episode where we're talking about mentorship, that's wonderful to hear.
Him.
What's the difference between?
I had him sophomore year.
What's the difference between him and I think and maybe some of the other teachers that make you love basically his subject matter, even though it's a subject matter that kind of like surprised you in terms of you falling in love with it?
He's very project based. Okay. One. So you get to look into a lot of the things you're interested in. So maybe that helped. But his lectures that he gives in class are very engaging. It's a lot of discussion, a lot of like working with other people. So it's like you do a reading outside of class, and then you come in class, you discuss, you do different things, engage with the themes. The way he also taught lectures, just the way he speaks, he knows who he's speaking to.
Okay.
It's some teachers, they used to be college professors or some higher level professor. And so they talk to you as if you're adults. Here, he talks to us as if we're high school students, which we are. So
that makes him fun, probably.
Yeah. It's fun. He also uses like our language.
Now, compare his mentorship now to the college counselor mentorship. Has there been an element of that as well? That's why you've enjoyed working?
It's a little different, but I will say they do, since that's what they do, the element of they know who they're talking to, also applies.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Now tell me about
plus international. Hold on, that's not the only reason. International relations, I've always been very interested. Or like, there's also a class, some international comparative politics. Also sounds interesting.
Okay,
it's a spring class, so I might be taking that. They opened my eyes a little bit to the fact that summer is not just summer. You can sit on the beach, do nothing. Some of the most rigorous schools or top schools want to know or see that in your free time, you're still dedicating yourself to something that you truly enjoy doing or you're passionate about.
Maybe a summer job or
a summer job, internship, summer program, research, anything that you, even like some college counselors said, even in the summers, whatever you spend your time on, colleges want to know, like, period. So that might be taking care of a little sibling. You never know. But what the family is like, but dedicating yourself to something and not just scrolling on your phone in your bed for hours.
I get it. Yeah, I get it. Now, so what did you guys basically, what was her
recommendation was this summer, of course, the summer after junior year, going into senior year, you have to start working on your personal essay. Certain supplements have been already solidified for the schools that you're possibly applying to. And so you're starting to work on those, but also taking that involvement to the next level. Your junior your sophomore summer, like summer after sophomore year, going into junior year, that can be a summer where you just figure out what you like. Junior year, you really hone in on what you like, and summer is where you go deep dive into what you're passionate on.
Okay. So what are you deep diving this summer on?
This summer, we're going to do a lot more land business. At least that's what I'm trying. I recently got, I don't want to say promotion, but I had to apply.
So I got accepted.
I got accepted to be the co-chair of the Leukemia Lymphoma Society Arizona chapter student leadership board.
Okay.
So I'm so it goes the campaign, or the people that are in the campaign
running campaigns,
raising money and raising funds. Then there's the leadership board that mentor those. Yeah. And above that, the people that mentor the mentors, or lead the mentors, are the co-chairs.
Okay. So you've been now
I've been in each position.
And now you're basically being co-chair at the top.
Okay. So that's another thing that I will be putting my efforts into. One thing that I'm really excited about is the Wharton Summer School Essentials of Finance 2-week summer course at UPenn. Should be really fun.
Amazing. And so how did you decide on that one? Did you have several options? What were some of the options?
So we did have some options. The college counselor recommended us some that were going to be competitive, but ones that would, of course, show that constant involvement, but also she believed that I could get into. Like UPenn, Wharton, that's crazy. But
okay, so I love this because she's
very supportive. She can see how big my ambitions are, and she fully supports that.
Okay, so
and it's great.
I love that because you just touch on something that I think it's very important about mentorship, and that is the fact that in mentorship, somebody had the belief that you could do it, even before perhaps you had the self-belief that you should even entertain that as an option. And she's like, no, Sophia, you do have what it takes.
Just try. I remember her saying, like, there's no harm in trying. You can fill out the application. I'll look over it, edit some stuff if we need to. Or like figure out how to portray it in a certain way, in the best way that makes you look.
So this is the entire process. Then even so, now we're talking about
the whole college application process is to, of course, it's your work, but it's also portraying yourself as an amazing candidate for them
and creating
the school.
Creating even before you start applying, basically. Building your skill and your basically experience to tell a compelling story. So that's basically what you've been working on, and probably that's the extent of what you have experienced so far, and what you will be working on will be then the following step, which is the actual write up of the essays and so on and so forth. There's one more step though. Has she helped you right now put together our list?
So I, of course, have like the beyond like reach schools that I think are everyone's reach schools, just seeing how many applicants they get. Even the best of the best sometimes don't get in because there are so many applicants. So it's a reach for everyone, but having a balanced list of schools that are not as competitive, but I would be still happy to go. There was one thing that she said, there shouldn't be any schools that we give you or that we recommend to you or that you
finalized it.
The
finalist list. Yeah.
That you would not be okay going to. Yeah. That's pointless. Why would you apply then?
Yeah, absolutely.
Whichever reason it may be, like if you're happy to go somewhere because they give you a scholarship and maybe some of the things aren't as great, there's always pros and cons, but if you're happy for whatever reason to go there, it should be like.
And now what guidance did she give you in putting together that list?
So it has to be balanced. So you can't have just a very top heavy, like all reach schools, but it also, you want to push yourself a little bit. It can't be all safety schools because then you're picking, or likely schools, because then you're picking.
What about the
a lot?
What about
so
other
that could be
aspects about the schools besides acceptance rate? What are
she was asking about religious affiliation. She was asking size, location, like do you want it urban or rural or wherever? Like there's so many little things. Where in the country do you want it?
Were those things that you had originally thought about
it? But I feel like Opa, like my grandpa says, if you're going to a cold place, the weather's not the problem, it's your clothing. So I'm running with that. I might regret saying that later, but if I go somewhere cold. But certain things I was thinking about.
What about the college size? The number of
the size,
the enrollment size.
I thought about it. I don't want it too large. Okay, I realize, but I also don't want it.
So basically, she was instrumental in helping you think about those aspects. Did she talk about culture about the school or anything?
Yeah, so she knows schools, certain types of schools very well. So she could tell me about a little bit the culture, how students typically do at those schools, in terms of finding like your social circles or the different sports.
So Sophia, so in this whole experience then, I mean, if we were to just, bring it here to a conclusion, is like, do you regret? Are you happy with your decision to get a mentor?
No, it's so helpful.
And would you recommend it to someone? Or
I would be absolutely overwhelmed if I didn't have someone there, because our biggest issue as a family, yes, I felt like I was doing a lot that, yes, colleges would likely embrace, but we didn't know how they seemed a little random in our eyes. Like there's some interest over here. There's some like with the land business, real estate. And then we go here, fundraising for cancer research. Like it seems very distant, but having that outside perspective and helping us connect all of them into a narrative, very helpful. I think we would have been a little lost without her. We would still be a little lost.
I agree. And I mean, we are big believers of mentorship, in all areas of
if
life.
You're able to get help in whatever aspect you need it, I say
go for it. Yeah, it gives you it gives you an edge for sure. Yeah.
You have to ask for help.
Yeah. Wonderful. We're not meant to be doing things alone. We're meant to basically learn from one another. And there's people out there that, have done what you want to do. And that's how I approach pretty much anything new that I want to do. I always look for the best in their space, and look forward to, hire them to help me basically navigate that, that situation, that journey, or obtain a specific skill. That's what I'm after. So wonderful, Sophia. So thank you so much for giving us a sneak peek into what it has been like for you to have a mentor, during this college preparation for the application process. It's what it seems.
Yeah. But I will say doing those college or the summer applications, they're very similar to college applications.
Yeah. The summer programs.
Yeah, the summer programs, applying to those is like a little mini experience of applying to
Were those
the
hard
college.
questions in that application?
Yes.
Yeah.
I understand them, but you had to be creative with it for sure.
Okay, well, thank you so much, Sophia, for giving us an inside look into your world right now so far. And for those of you, watching and listening to this, thank you for being with us. If this is valuable, to a teenager in your life right now, or someone that you know that is going through this process or will be going through this process, please share this episode with them and give us a 5-star review. And look forward to coming into your world on another episode of Becoming Wealthy. Thank you so much. And until the next one.